Myself Vaibhav. In today's session of Visual J Forex, we will be starting afresh with the new indicator named Average Direction Movement Index Rating. In prior session, I had explained to you how you can utilize the indicator Average Direction Movement Index. This is the smoother version of the prior indicator. So in this session, I will explain to you how we can use this modification of the original indicator on the Visual J Forex platform. So let us now head to the Visual J Forex board. You will find this indicator listed amongst the momentum indicator just below the ADX. So here it is, ADXR. You will also have the brief intro provided to you in case if you feel any confusion. And of course, you can always refer to the Google if you want to look into the functioning. I had also done the introductory session on this indicator during the preliminary series where we were looking into the technical aspects of the indicator and then how it is calculated. Now, in this series, where the focus is now building to build simple algorithms, we will not really go into the details of that, but I will explain to you how you can design simple logical solutions for your trading needs using this indicator block. So first, I will explain to you the logic behind the algorithm in today's session, which we are going to build. So this is the Euro USD chart on the hourly time frame, and I have plotted the ADXR on the 14 time period. So it will be taking the hourly data of the Euro USD for last 14 candle periods and utilizing the data, it will plot these output values. And as you can see, after the rising values, the ADXR has now gone in decline, and that is because after this spike in the volatility, the momentum subsided, and for last two trading sessions, it has been more or less sideways, and as a result of that, we have seen the ADXR indicator losing momentum, and now it has gone into the downward spiral. So the logic behind today's algorithm is fairly simple. We will need the ADXR values to be on the rise, and this should be about 25. And as you are aware, for ADX, 25 is the level where we see that the momentum is strongly picking up when the ADX value goes about 25, and when it is below 25, we consider the momentum to be more of sideways. So similar logic we will follow for the ADXR as well, and here this 25 will be the decisive marker. Anything below it and we won't touch, and above it we will look into the trading possibilities in the direction of the trend. And this indicator doesn't really give you the idea about the direction of the trend. It only gives the information regarding the strength of the trend. So whenever we see value rising above 25, that means after having been in sideways momentum, the underlying instrument is picking up the pace, and it might be bullish or bearish, but we can look to trade in both the directions if we look at the volatility, and also to look into the price direction we can always rely on the historical candle data. So we will do the same for this session also, and to cap the trading opportunities when we see that there has been enough of momentum, or now after the initial phase the possibility of underlying instrument losing momentum is a lot higher. At that point in time, we can also stop trading. Now, coming back, the price band, the output band of 25 to 35 is going to be crucial for the ADXR. So this is the value. These are the values where we will be looking for the trading opportunities. So one of the first condition is that ADXR should be above 25 and below 35. So this is a 10 points price band. And then depending on the price action, if last hourly candle close is below the lowest value of prior hourly candle, then we will look for the short sale opportunities. And at the same time, we also want that there should be some corrective momentum in prior candle, and after that this should be happening. So we need last hourly candle to have its closing value below the opening value, and its closing value should also be below the penultimate candle's low, and the penultimate candle should have closed with gains. That means its closing value was above the opening value. So only if this condition is fulfilled on the price front, we will look ahead to the short sale trades. And for the buy trades, the ADXR logic will remain the same. Only thing is that we will want the hourly candle's closing value to be above its opening value, and the penultimate candle should have closed with losses. That means its closing value was below the opening value, and also the last hourly candle close should be above the prior candle's high. So that will mean that there has been some correction, and now the momentum is picking up strongly, and that's why we are going to rely on these logic. So now let us head back to the Visual J Forex board. So here we are. We are going to use the hourly time frame for the ADXR values. Prior to that, I will also carry out the instrument subscription, and for that, the if else block will be required. Okay, we will use on candle. Now to do the instrument subscription, we have to look at the default instrument, and they should match. You can use ask candle or bit candle, candle instrument. Okay, and then here it should be Euro USD. So I will have to now search for Euro USD. Okay, got it. We need default instrument to match the last ask candle, candle instrument, and then the candle instrument should match the instrument of our choice, which is Euro USD. And then one of the first condition which I usually set is this position amount should be equal to 0, all positions. It might be pending order or it might be the current market position, and this will be 0. Okay, then comes the ADXR on which we are going to base our logic. So this needs to be changed to hourly time frame. Look back rate will be 1, and then I will have to take another block of ADXR. Here it is. This also needs to be changed to hourly time frame. Look back period will be 3 here. We want the last hourly ADXR value to be compared to the value 3 hours back. So there will be 2 hour interval between these two blocks, and it will give us the idea whether the ADXR is going up or down. So we will be doing comparison between these two ADXR values. Then comes after ADXR, we will have to rely on the historical candle. So we get this get historical candle block. This also needs to be defined for 1 hour time frame. So I will have to change this to hourly, and shift will be 1. One more. In all, we will need at least 2 more. We also have to define 10-second candles for the execution, pinpointing where the order should be placed. For that, 10-second candles will come handy. Now, the time frame here, candle period needs to be changed to hourly, and this shift value will be 2. Okay, and this one 10 seconds, and here also shift value of 1. 10 seconds, shift value of 2. So if other conditions are in place, whenever the price starts to drop below the closing value, we will look for execution of the trade on the sell side, and if other conditions are favorable for the buy trade, though, then as and when this 10-second candle with the look back period of 1 star closes above this candle 18, while the candle 21 has closed below it, we will initiate the buy trade. So that is going to be the logic behind the execution of the trade. And with that, I will be wrapping up the session. In next session, I will explain to you how we can build on the logic, and also if we are able to define the conditions just the way we want it to, then the trading will also happen as per our logical setup, and only when all the conditions are in place at the same time, only then the execution of the trade will happen. So that's it from my side for today's session. If you have any query or any idea to share, you can write to me in the feedback section, and I will be more than happy to take the discussion forward. Thank you all for joining in. Do subscribe to the Decoscopy webinar channel to stay updated on the market developments. See you next time. Till then, goodbye.